Hello my lovely friends, it's Margaret, and today I'm going to be talking about a small booktuber, me. So I did not choose to talk all about me for one whole video. It was chosen for me by Sarah at Novel Serendipity. I will have her channel linked below. She's really cool. She's my friend. I love her. She talks a lot about like Naruto and Full Metal Alchemist and what other things, like fantasy. She reads a lot of fantasy. She really loves Josephina Angelini. Reign of Fire, I think, is the name of the book on that one. What else does Sarah do? Sarah has this really, really cool Naruto TBR game where it's like a choose your own adventure thing. So yeah, check Sarah's channel out. And now we go on to the things Sarah asked me to talk about, because she gave me some questions, prompts, things to, well, someone else's tag. Whose tag is it? So the original tag was done by Kat, etc. I will have Kat's video and Sarah's video linked down in my description box so you can go check them out, see what their answers to this questions are, and I guess I'll move on to answering them myself. Number one, the prompt. There's an exclamation point, not a question mark, so it's not really a question, but the prompt is, introduce yourself. Hi, I am Margaret. I read books here on the internet. Well, actually, I read books not on the internet, as mostly it's books not on the internet, but also occasionally I will, grab an ebook or something or read. Mostly I read fan fiction on the internet. I am a reader. I am a want-to-be writer. At some point I will have a book published eventually in my life. I do a lot of book collection. I am into comic books as well. You will see me talking about books here. You'll see me talking about writing, mostly just whining about the fact that I have to do writing in order to have a completed book. Shocker! I love having things that I have created. The part in creating them where you have to edit them and make them better, I don't like that part. I don't. I'm a huge fangirl. I just get into fandoms all of the time. I'll find one that is my personality for a little while. Sometimes they cycle back around every now and then. Batman fandom just kind of does. I am also the creator and co-host of a couple of things. One of them is a Vaultathon, a Disney-themed readathon that I do 3 times a year. And the other one is a year-long reading challenge, the Avengers Initiative Reading It Challenge. I am doing that with 4 other people that I will talk about later. Prompt number 2 is, how long have you been on Booktube? It will be 4 years in October, so maybe, hold on, November, December, October, nope, hold on, November, December, January, February. So I've been on Booktube almost 3.5 years. I think at this point, by the time you've seen it, it will be 3.5 years. My first video was posted October 17th, I want to say. Or was it October 2017? It's a very good question that we don't need the exact answer to. I've just been here for 3.5 years, and yeah, not as long as some, not as long as most, actually, in fact, but I have been here for a little bit of time, been through a few things on Booktube. It's been interesting. However, I will say I don't regret it. I enjoy talking with people about books, and as much as sometimes it does drag, I don't mind. I like it. I enjoy it. I have fun. If you notice a lighting change, it's because I'm struggling with the sun right now. We are fighting. Question number 3 is, what kinds of videos do you make? I make mostly just traditional booktube videos because that is what I have the time and energy for. I have creative ideas. I have things that I would like to do that are a little bit different. I just don't have the resources and the time to do them most of the time. Oh, the most creative you'll see me get is maybe I'll do a themed vlog every now and then. I do like to vlog occasionally. I'm trying to get better about doing it regularly. But yeah, I talk about books. Occasionally I review the books. I do wrap-ups. I do TBRs, sort of. We're changing that up a little bit. I do books where I do videos where I talk about books. That's the kind of booktube content. Occasionally I tell you about things that are not books or writing. I will throw in the occasional writing video, especially around the times of April, July, and November, because those are the times that we have NaNoWriMo happen. Question number 4 is, what do you love about Booktube? Obviously, it's going to be the people that I have met. I really do love that it's introduced me to books like Six of Crows, but I would have read that anyways eventually at some point because it is young adult fantasy. However, I would not have met or become friends with a lot of the people that I am friends with now if it had not been for Booktube. I just have discovered so many new people that I love through Booktube and that I end up doing a lot of things with because we're friends. And I don't have a large friend group. I've never been that person that has a giant, wide friend group. I will be friendly with just about everybody. But, who I'm close to has a lot to do with who I'm spending the most time with. Question number 5 is, what type of books do you read? A lot of fantasy. fantasy. There's a shelf of fantasy up there. There's some fantasy down here. There's some contemporary down here as well. There's another shelf of fantasy there. Science fiction. More fantasy. Two more shelves of fantasy over there. There is a lot of, if you would like to see what my shelves actually look like, I will have my bookshelf tour link. Anyways, I read a little bit of everything. Like, I have a shelf for, I think, most of the major genres. Oh, there's more fantasy. I have a shelf for most of the major genres at this point, I think. Like, fantasy, science fiction, contemporary, boarding school books. Is that a major genre? I have a pretty wide taste, but the thing that I keep returning to, the thing that I read the most of, is definitely fantasy, because I love it. I just enjoy it so much. It makes me happy to learn about new magic systems and new worlds and be able to read about characters, and yeah. I like reading books where occasionally there can be dragons. Question number 6 is one I should have prepared for, but I did not, so we are going to wing it. So question number 6 is, what is your favorite video that you've made? I can choose a favorite book. Why did you not ask me my favorite book? I can very much tell you that it was Mark of Athena by Rick Riordan. This is my favorite author. Why was favorite author not on there? Why was that not on there? Because, like, why was that not on there? I can answer that one easily. I can answer what my favorite book is very easily. Favorite video? Guys, I make these videos and then they disappear. They cease to exist in my brain. I don't think about them at all, ever, anymore. So, let's see. Favorite video that I have made. I'm gonna need a minute. Okay, there are a lot of videos that I could and maybe should mention. I am going to go with a couple. So I think my favorite series that I have made on my channel is the Reading Small Booktubers Favorite Books series, just because number 1, I get to shout out other small booktubers, and number 2, because I discovered some of my favorite books doing this. Like, every time I have found a new favorite book. It's so good. I've only done it twice. We're fixing to do it again. But, like, y'all, I love this series. I just enjoy doing it. I enjoy finding out what these people's favorite books are, because I gotta do a little bit of digging. Like, okay, what books do they recommend? What are their favorite books? More people need to make favorite books videos. If you are a small booktuber, and well, I don't know, I probably will not be getting to everyone, but, like, more people need to make, like, these are my top 10 favorite books of all time. Because do you know the amount of work that I have to put into figuring out what someone's favorite book is half the time? 90% of the time. Like, this last one, one of them had a favorite books video, and I was just like, I was having to do some guessing. I did a lot of guessing based on recommendations that they'd made and talked about on their channel. Also, I do want to mention the little, like, read with me date with a book, cozy candlelit date night with a book. Is that what I called it? Let's see, cozy candlelit date night with my book. Yeah, exactly what I called it. I love that video because it turned out exactly the way I wanted it to turn out, and that is never happened before. Pretty simple video. Didn't have to put a lot of work into it, but, like, I just was really happy with how that video turned out. So if you haven't watched it yet, go check it out. It's just reading for 25 minutes by candlelight at night while I eat, sort of. You can't really tell I'm eating. I really wasn't going for the whole mukbang feel. I just was taking myself on a date with my book. Now we get to the part that I actually did prepare for, and that is to tag 4 people. I am going to tag the lovely ladies that are doing the Avengers Initiative reading challenge with me, because if it were just me, this challenge would have failed in month 1. Because, yes, the fact that it is as good as it is definitely because there were 5 of us working on it, and we're all working together, and we're able to come in where other people are like, we have so many strengths that we were able to add and pull. So I'm going to tag Christine from the other Christine that reads. She is a history nerd. She has a master's in history, specifically Nigerian history, I believe. She reads very widely. You will see her reading fiction, you'll see her reading nonfiction, you'll see her talking about dogs a lot. She owns 2 of them. They are the most perfect beings in the world because they are beautifully trained golden retrievers. Well, one of them we're still working. She's still working on training beautifully trained golden retrievers who I know I would be able to trust with my life. Yes, so follow her for dog content. Follow her for just rants about historical fiction, because those are enjoyable. Those are fun. And sometimes she reads really weird erotic novels and mocks them. The second one I'm going to tag is Brianna. She reads a lot of what I read. I think she reads more contemporary than I do, but she also delves into fantasy and science fiction and all of that stuff. Most of these people have similar reading tastes to me. She also has a lot of dog content because she currently has 13 puppies in her house. Probably not by the time that this is gone. By the time this has gone out, it's probably down to like 5 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 puppies. 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 5 Yeah, down to 5. But at the moment, she has, like, an obscene amount of dogs. It is unfair. And she also has interesting, she reads really good books. She's also part of how I got into, like, reading straight up romance novels. Another one of the co-hosts is Michelle from Thor Wants Another Letter. She is a fellow comic book nerd. I mean, I guess all of us are comic book nerds because we are doing an Avengers reading challenge. But some of us are stronger comic book nerds than others. Christine is a simp for Bucky from the Winter Soldier. And then Michelle's favorite superhero obviously is Thor. Michelle is so fun. She is crafty. She is creative. If you are looking for like crafty, bujo, book-related content, definitely check out Michelle. She is also one of the co-creators of Indigathon that happens in November, so make sure you check that out and consider participating in that because it is definitely a readathon that will challenge you, but also be very rewarding because you will read some very good books. And finally, the kind of newest person in my group is Bree from Bree Bear McKay. Bree is a Disney nerd. I can always count on Bree when we are doing a Vaultathon to be able to bring all of the gifts, everything to her sprint sessions. She knows just about every Disney movie, as far as I'm aware. Are there movies that you don't know, Bree? Are there? She also works with tiny humans, God bless her, because I can't deal with more than like 3 of them at a time. And I have to really like them. So bless. She's also just a whiz with graphic design, so like you will see stuff on her channel that will make you go, what? In fact, I will probably link her video for the Avengers Initiative Readathon because like I never would have thought of that and it's really good. I will have all of these people tagged down in the description box. Make sure you check them out. Make sure you check out their channels. Thank you for watching. Is this how I end my videos? It is not. First, I say if you are feeling chatty, talk to me down in the comments. Let me know, how long have you been on Booktube? Do you remember your first video that you posted? If you are not feeling chatty, just leave me like the little film camera emoji so that I know you watched to the end of the video. I think that's everything that we need to cover. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, there will be videos over here. The ones that I mentioned, I'll just put them over here. That's what we'll do. Margaret, editing Margaret, remember that. Thank you. No, that is it for now, my friends. Happy reading, and I will see you later when we will talk about more wordy, nerdy things. Bye!